Namaste, Sitaram. A pleasant good morning. Welcome to Rudraaya. I am your host, Nisha Sharma, and Rudraaya is being brought to you with the kind compliments of Maharujaradev Mandir. And of course, the Mandir is located at 850 Tapscott Road, Unit 34 in Scarborough, with Tapscott and McNichol being our closest intersection. So I hope on this beautiful summer morning that you are at least going out there and enjoying some of this wonderful weather that we have been having, whether it's a walk, whether it's a stroll, whether going to the store, and of course, ensuring that you wear your mask and your gloves, but at least going out and enjoying, absorbing some of this wonderful weather, because you know how short summer is, even though we're in the midst of COVID. For now, we'll join our spiritual leader, Pandit Ravi Sharma, for our pravachan. Enjoy.
That who is called as most perfect? Well, Maryada Purushottam. He was called as the most perfect individual in this world. He's called Maryada Purushottam, embodiment of all. But of course, he's Paramatma. He's a supreme being. Are we trying to compare ourselves with the supreme? Devotees, if we look on the level that when Hanumanji was asked that who are you? And he said, Lord, in the Adhyatmic level, it is given that between myself and you, there is no difference. Hari Vyapaka Sarvatra Samana. It leads me to a beautiful chopai. Hari Vyapaka Sarvatra Samana. Hari Vyapaka Sarvatra Samana. Prema se pragata Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Vyapaka Sarvatra Samana Prema Se Pragata Hoi Me Jana. That we are all a spark of Hari, which is none other than the Lord. And so just as how a spark is enough to light up a little piece of paper for a matchstick, and so the entire compound can be burnt from this little spark. Also, we don't need a big, huge bonfire for such to happen. Understand? Even though we are a little spark, our words and our actions will teach so much in this world. Dam 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 rumbaje. Dam 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 rumbaje. Jai Shankar Kailashpati. Jai Shankar Kailashpati. Dam 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 rumbaje. Dam 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 rumbaje. Jai Shankar Kailashpati. Jai Shankar Kailashpati. भव सारथ है नाम तिहारा दीन अनाथो कारक वाला भाव सरत है नाम तिहारा दीन अनाथो कारक वाला पूरन परमानंद प्रकाशी अखिलेश्वर भक्तन सुखराशि जय शंकर कैलाशपति जय शंकर कैलाशपति दम 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 रूबाजे जय शंकर कैलाशपति जय शंकर कैलाशपति जय जयकार कर नर नारी भोला भंडरी भोला भंडरी भोला भंडरी नमः शिवाय दया करो भोला बंधारी दया करो भोला भंडारी पूर्ण ब्रह्म सदा विनाशी योगेश्वर मम हृदय निवासी जय शंकर कैलाशपति जय शंकर कैलाशपति दम 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 रूबाजे
My dear viewers, I hope you've enjoyed this morning's pravachan. And of course, as you know, even though Maharudradev Mandir remains closed to the public, we are accepting attendees by invitation only, meaning that we are conducting our services. However, we are limiting the number of people we have at the same time at Maharudradev Mandir. So in order to do this, it requires a booking and appointment to attend one of our services. So if you are interested, please call the number on the screen, which is Pandit Ravi's number, and we will be sure to secure a place for you. At the same time, if you are looking for any type of counseling, for any type of patra reading, if you wanted to do a puja, you are not able to do it at home, and you want to do it at the mandir, also please call and speak to Pandit, and we will book you for an appointment to meet with Pandit for your own wellness. For now, we will join our host for the health segment, Dr. Ramkisoon.
Sitaram, and welcome to Health Corner. I am Dr. Sachin Ramkisoon, and today is the final session in our 6-part series on mental illness. Today we are discussing seasonal affective disorder, a fairly common condition that many are surprised to hear they may have. Seasonal affective disorder is a type of depression that is related to changes in seasons. The symptoms typically start in the fall or early winter and resolve in the spring or summer. The depressive symptoms start out mild and becomes more severe as the winter season progresses. This is why seasonal affective disorder is also referred to as the winter blues or seasonal depression. What is interesting is that the prevalence of seasonal affective disorder increases the more north you are. For example, 1.5% of people in Florida may be diagnosed with seasonal affective disorder. But in Canada and Alaska, this number is close to 10%, or 1 in 10 people. Some of these symptoms of seasonal affective disorder are similar to depression, although may not be as severe. You may experience feelings of depression, loss of interest in activities, low energy, sleeping problems, changes in appetite or weight, feeling agitated, difficulty concentrating, feeling hopeless or guilty, and having frequent thoughts of death or suicide. Seasonal affective disorder is thought to be caused by a combination of factors. The first is the reduced level of sunlight in fall and winter, which disrupts the body's internal clock, leading to depressive symptoms. Another cause are changes in the brain's neurotransmitters such as serotonin and melatonin, caused by a change in season and reduced light exposure. Seasonal affective disorder is more common in women, and more common if there is a personal or family history of depression. As mentioned, seasonal affective disorder appears to be more common among people who live further away from the equator, and this is due to the decreasing amount of light exposure during the winter months. If you have noticed these symptoms of seasonal affective disorder, then you should seek assistance by a medical professional. This condition is usually diagnosed by history and physical exam, although sometimes investigations are done to rule out any other cause of depression. The treatment for seasonal affective disorder includes light therapy, medications, psychotherapy, and physical exercise. The idea behind light therapy is that light exposure mimics the natural outdoor light, and this helps mood by correcting the levels of neurotransmitters in the brain. This is good to know since daily exposure to sunlight has been shown to decrease the incidence of seasonal affective disorder. Therefore, if you experience mild symptoms, getting outdoors and enjoying some physical activity can help overcome the decreased mood. Sometimes more formal psychotherapy or even medication may be necessary if light therapy alone does not work. To prevent the onset of seasonal affective disorder, try to make your environment at home brighter by opening blinds, changing the light bulbs to include the white or blue spectrum, and try to spend some time near the windows. Try to get outside when you can, especially in the mornings. Exercise and other physical activity helps reduce symptoms, along with meditation and yoga. This is the conclusion of our 6-part series on mental illness. This is a topic that was requested by multiple viewers, and rightfully so. As we have seen, mental illness is very prevalent in our society, and often it is not addressed or given the attention it deserves. Many mental health conditions still carry a negative stigma of shame and embarrassment despite the efforts to reverse this misconception. By trying to understand these conditions a bit more, perhaps we can do our small part in getting those who suffer from mental illness the help that they deserve, and do so without judgment and with the dignity and respect that they deserve. Thank you for joining me on Health Corner, and I look forward to speaking with you again next week on Rudraaya.
Sam Samunder, Extra Staffing Solutions. Sam and his team have been providing quality temporary staffing to various companies throughout the GTA since 2001. We have competitive rates, we take care of all your recruitment needs and payroll cost, and we provide transportation. Our friendly and knowledgeable recruiters are here to assist you, whether you are looking for permanent or temporary employees, for industrial or office needs. So call us now at 647-693-7745 or visit our website at www.extrastaffing.ca. My dear viewers, we are at the corporate segment of Rudraaya, and of course, as Kamal brings you new information and shares with you information on what's happening at the funeral sort of forefront with this COVID-19, we'd like to welcome him. So I present to you Kamalji from Lotus Funeral Home.
Sitram and Namaste. My name is Kamal Bardwaj, and I am a licensed funeral director and the owner of Lotus Funeral Cremation Center. Losing a loved one can be a very painful event. After someone passes away, you may feel lonely, isolated, and feel great pain. These reactions are the normal emotional reaction of grief. Everyone grieves differently, so how a person's mind and body reaction to a loss will vary from person to person. Some of the symptoms of grief a person may feel are guilt, sadness, discomfort, denial, sleeplessness. During the grieving process, there are usually a series of emotional stages such as shock, numbness, guilt, anger, and denial. At the same time, a person may not want to eat, experience sleeplessness, lack of energy, or a lack of interest in certain activities. Many say grief is like an open wound, which must become healed through time. Healing is a process that allows ourselves or gives permission to ourselves to heal. In the healing process, you may have to allow yourself to accept the pain of the loss. As mentioned, time is an important part in the grieving process. As time goes on, days, weeks, months go by, the person who has suffered the loss usually experiences emotional and physical reactions. The path on this journey is ultimately leading to the acceptance of the loss and moving on with life. If the loss is extremely difficult for someone, where the effects result in severe loss of weight or depression or chronic sleeplessness and energy, then it is likely the time to seek professional help. Lotus Funeral and Cremation Center is always available to service your needs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are centrally located, minutes off Highway 401, so if you live in the East End or in the West End, we are easily accessible. Remember, we can provide all the puja items for a funeral arrangement, including a kirtan group. All the mic systems and screens for your visual presentations are in all the rooms. The crematorium is located within the building, so we never have to travel to another place for a cremation. The crematorium is large, and there are no restrictions for the number of people who are allowed into the space. So the cremation can be a very private, for family, or a large event for all your family and guests. There are rooms to accommodate 500 people seating for the large viewings, to smaller rooms for the families that will have less people. We understand that an evening of viewing is also time for socializing, so at Lotus Funeral and Cremation Center, the viewing times always go beyond the ending time, and we never rush anyone. For more information, please contact me at the number on the screen. Thank you, and see you next week on Rudraaya.
Life is beautiful, but death is inevitable. I realized this when my dad passed away. So much pain, and amidst all this, the worry of arranging a funeral. Thankfully, in all this, Kamal stood by me. From the viewing to the cremation, he arranged it all at one location. Once someone is gone, they don't come back. But Lotus Funeral Home knows how to give them a respectable farewell.
Lotus Funeral Home. Life must be celebrated.
Samundar Extra Staffing Solutions. Sam and his team have been providing quality temporary staffing to various companies throughout the GTA since 2001. We have competitive rates, we take care of all your recruitment needs and payroll cost, and we provide transportation. Our friendly and knowledgeable recruiters are here to assist you, whether you are looking for permanent or temporary employees, for industrial or office needs. So call us now at 647-693-7745 or visit our website at www.extrastaffing.ca.
चादर बिछाओ बलमा चौधरिया चादर बिछाओ बलमा नींद के चैन सोई रहना Everybody चादर बिछाओ बलमा चौधरिया चादर बिछाओ बलमा नींद के चैन सोई रहना नींद के चैन सोई रहना चादर बिछाओ बलमा चौधरिया चादर बिछाओ बलमा नींद के चैन सोई रहना नींद के चैन सोई रहना मोरे ससुर जी के दुई दुई महलिया हो मोरे ससुर जी के हो मोरे ससुर जी के दुई दुई महलिया सबसे सुंदर हमारो महला चौधरिया चादर बिछाओ बलमा नींद लगे चैन सोई रहना नींद लगे चैन सोई रहना चादर बिछाओ बलमा चौधरिया चादर बिछाओ बलमा नींद लगे चैन सोई रहना नींद लगे चैन सोई रहना ना मानो 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 दरबाज तोरी बत्तिया ना मानो दरबाज तोरी बत्तिया ना मानो ना मानो ना मानो ना मानो हो ना मानो ना मानो ना मानो दरबाज तोरी बत्तिया ना मानो दरबाज तोरी बत्तिया ना मानो राते कहे बलमा राते कहे बलमा राते कहे बलमा राते कहे बलमा चुली में गए देवे चुली में गए देवे तो साल करना दरबाज तोरी बतिया ना मानो दरबाज तोरी बतिया ना मानो हो ना मानो ना मानो ना मानो हो ना मानो ना मानो ना मानो ना मानो ना मानो ना मानो दरबाज तोरी बतिया ना मानो दरबाज तोरी बतिया ना मानो मुझे राम नाम का बकलो भी क्या मैया मेरे था मुझे राम नाम का बकलो भी क्या मैया मेरे था क्या मैया मेरे था हो क्या मैया मेरे था मुझे राम नाम का बकलो भी क्या मैया मेरे था मुझे राम नाम का बकलो भी क्या मैया मेरे रामचरण में जो कोई लाभ सकल पाप कटी जाती हो रामचरण में जो कोई लाभ सकल पाप कटी जाती जो चरणन से सुर सरी निकली शंकर जटा समाई रे हो राम नाम का पक्का लोभी क्या मैया मेरे का हो राम नाम का पक्का लोभी क्या मैया मेरे का बबना आवे जाए मोर मन लागे बबन हार आवत जाती हो आवत जाती पार कहना, ओ गोरी मुझसे गंगा के पार कहना। गंगा के पार ये जमुना के पार, गंगा के पार ये यमुना के पार, गंगा के पार ये जमुना के पार, ओ गंगा के पार ये जमुना के पार रे। ओ गोरी मुझसे, ओ गोरी मुझसे, ओ गोरी मुझसे गंगा के पार कहे। ये चलावो न नैनों से बांध रे, ये चलावो न नैनों से बांध रे, जाने ले लो न जान रे, ए जाने ले लो न जान रे। कहीं निकल न जाए, कहीं निकल न जाए, कहीं निकल न जाए, कहीं निकल न जाए। हमरे पार्टी से, हमरे पार्टी से, हमरे पार्टी से हो प्राण रे, जाने ले लो न जान रे। शामिल न हो, शामिल न हो, शामिल न हो, शामिल न हो, हमरे बूटों में, हमरे बूटों में हो नाम रे, जाने ले लो न जान रे। मारी गुलाटी है मोर पिया, मोरी कलाई न मोर पिया हो, मारी गुलाटी है मोर पिया, मोरी कलाई न मोर पिया। तोरी कलाई न छोड़े के हम, तोरे बिन हम अधूरे हैं राम कसम। कहीं निकल न जाए, कहीं निकल न जाए, कहीं निकल न जाए, कहीं निकल न जाए। हमरे पार्टी से, हमरे पार्टी से, हमरे पार्टी से हो नाम रे, जाने ले लो न जान रे, जाने ले लो न जान रे। चलावो न नैनों से बांध रे, जाने ले लो न जान रे। मोरे नगरिया बता जा हो, मोरे नगरिया बता जा, प्रीतम प्यारे कहाँ बसत है, मोरे नगरिया बता जा, प्रीतम प्यारे कहाँ बसत है, मोरे नगरिया बता जा।
My dear viewers, we've come to the end of another segment of Rudraaya, and I know many of you say, oh my God, you can't believe half an hour has gone by so quickly. But yes, we are at the end and would like to thank our kind sponsors at Maharudraya Mandir, as well as our executive producer, Gary Khan, for making Rudraaya possible. And I want you, as we look at ourselves, also, and I keep reminding you throughout these weeks to count your blessings. Can you just imagine that the same God who created the mountains, the oceans, the galaxies, looked at you and thought that the world needed one of you? So with that, I'd like to end, and I'd like to wish you a blessed week for this week. See you right here next week on Rudraaya. Namaste.
बजावे डमरू शिव बम 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 भोला बजावे डमरू। हे काशी के विश्वनाथ नाथों के नाथ, काशी जी के विश्वनाथ, काशी जी के विश्वनाथ नाथों के नाथ, मेरे बम 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 भोला बजावे डमरू।